Come on, man. Can't they let a brother put on a shirt? I mean, would it really be that hard? Would it, if you really think about it, would it be that hard for them to just wait and let me put on a shirt? I don't go to sleep with a shirt on. Most of us don't. Comment in the comment section below if you go to sleep with a shirt on. I do not. And when I wake up, I have to deal with the fact that there's always just something, and then I gotta put a shirt on, and that just delays stuff. So I just start the video without a shirt. And you know what? After looking at this, the boy ain't mad at it. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, let's get into it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and I'm here with my Nickelodeon swag, because we are here today to talk about all the stuff that's coming tomorrow, which I always get sad about. It'll be back at all this stuff. Oh my god, I haven't played the game today. Garf is so close. You're so close, Garf. You're so close. Anyway, as you guys know, today was going to be the day, which we all kind of know. All the stuff is coming today, and oh my god, they finally did it. I don't actually know where exactly to start. Okay, we're getting free recruit. What is this? No, it's in April. After update, all the way until April. Okay, so that's a lot of free stuff. So I guess we start. I clicked on this and it still had a decent amount of info in it, so I'm assuming this was a good place to start. So as you get the hero journal, story journal, you can rewatch past stories. Cool. A lot of this stuff is recap, so you know we already went over this stuff. So look, you can all this nice organizational stuff. I'm pretty sure it's cool. This is a really big thing, I think. Like I said, it's still not content, but it's still a cool thing to have, is that now you can dye the weapons, as you can show. They show here, where is it? Like, look at Frankie's weapons here. But one thing I did not know, I think it's only the exclusive weapons. Exclusive weapon dye will be continued in a separate screen from normal weapon. Okay, no. Okay, all exclusive weapons with a history of acquisition will show in the list. So like they're showing it here. The normal weapon dye can be done in the hero. Okay, about to say that kind of sucks. So you do it here, but if you have an exclusive weapon, you can do those as well, which is kind of cool. I think that's awesome. I was about to say that kind of sucks. As you can tell, I haven't reread this. Sometimes I read stuff early, sometimes I don't. Yeah, there we go. See, now you can make it blue. Again, it's a cool thing. You can see the change of the dye style type of 1 and 2 in the preview. List of heroes and fake cores to which dye type is added. Cool. Fantastic. They also, the auto battle Zebbensteiner thing. I'm very interested to see how this works. Like sometimes I do dread doing my my Zebbensteiners, not gonna lie. This will definitely help out a lot of people when they're just trying to get those, what is it, 30 something battles. Especially if they want to spend ZEUZ. Just keep doing this over and over again, and then boom, you get your 30 battles very quickly. But it definitely make it easier to climb. Adjusting thrusts. Interesting. The modification. So upon taking damage, they deal 30% damage. So now it's after damage, deals damage to attacker upon taking damage, 30%. Afflicts the attacker with stun for 5 to 12 turns based on own current health when the attack hits. That's definitely better. Because 5 turns usually is pretty crap. So I'm assuming that's actually something somewhat test-worthy. You know, depending on, I mean, this part still reads weird. Upon taking damage, 30%. Wait, when you take 30% damage, it only activates, or when, you know, not sure. But I'm assuming the lower your health is, the longer the stun is, which would be better. Then they put CARRIE here looking, ooh, now that's mature. He looks very mature. Liking that. So yeah, they're opening up, but again, this system here is garbage. I'm sorry. The fact that they don't just equalize all the nations at once is stupid. And please, YFOs in the comment section below, don't you think it's dumb? It's just, why don't you equalize all of them so everyone can go and invest into everything? Because there's really no reason for you still can't invest in St. West. Yes, you get the dark elements. Yes, you get some bonus HP, attack, and defense, and CARRIE, and then Namiris is good. But now you still can't use John Donk, because you only need 2 St. West characters, and these are the only ones that are getting buffed by the bonus. You can't use him, and then you're not going to work on him, right? So then you have to wait until they get into the second tier, and then John Donk's gonna get bonus, and then you get the bonus for having 3 characters. Like, it's the same thing that's with that that the other ones are stuck at because they don't have that 3rd tier. They should just equalize them, honestly. It just seems like a unnecessary slow roll, but then again, I think slow roll is unnecessary in itself, especially this type of slow roll. Anyway, the auto growth is really nice. It does all your it levels them up. What is it? It does the polish and it also does the forging for you, which is nice. They makes things a little bit quicker. Does the creation stuff, a little bit more organization. We already know about that. The circle exchange, 2 for 1, which is but this is something that you're gonna use like possibly like once or twice. Exploration, we need to catch a gale. We can all this is, we already know about this. This is kind of big. I think that this week is Coliseum week. The random buff function that is only applied to common and magic rare heroes, which is I think is kind of crappy. And again, it's just stats, and we don't know if they're getting these stats as well. That will be interesting because common and rare, common, magic, and rare. So pretty much the common heroes, obviously they're the best of the best. But they're getting these boosts in stats, but I just don't. Their moves suck. So like I don't know how that's gonna work out. If that's actually gonna be pretty good. As you can see, these are the buffs. Let's see, does it say anything about, it just say ally here? I'm just curious if you're fighting against them and they get it. The issue that it still doesn't solve the fact is that you can fight for some reason, especially once you start winning in the Coliseum, their teams get stronger and stronger. You're fighting against people that like pretty much have a battery, Dorka or something like that, and you're gonna have this super strong common unit or magic unit, rare unit, and that's not always needed. They needed to just remove the thing because now, especially because it's so much automatic stuff, Coliseum would have been a nice refreshing thing to have more fun in. And I think that when it was in Illusion Connect, that it was just so much fun. You know, you're getting these buffs and there's different things, and if you have 3, they could have did like if you have 3 chaos units, you know, you get this buff. If you have 2 of these, something like that, Illusion Connect would have been the best thing. I don't even know if people still make Illusion Connect content, but that was definitely a way better way of doing like this, getting random units. And it would, I mean, like, please just steal other games' ideas and just make it your own. I just don't, I don't see why not. I don't get why not. Why not do that? So manage fake core UI, eternal bond, and we already went through that. Silver fake core, okay. So Airship, these are emblems, okay. Still more changes. I think the monthly season honestly should be a general ticket now. Fake core ticket is just not that great. This thing is a battery skin. It says maximize, what is this, maximize battery, and it tells you right here it's just a skin. It's an orange skin, can be obtained without the hero, so they're not giving us a free general here. Just keep that in mind. And of course, oh, it's nice that the faded hero recruit ticket that you get here is definitely one of the 500 scouts, but you know, that's also something. And Dana, no, oh my god, I'm gonna read that later. I think that means that it is a new region. I think that, like I said, I try to tell people I think it's a new region. 7 days of gift, that's just you logging in for 7 days. Quantum raid, as you guys know, this thing is here. What the hell, they're killing Xeon. Oh, because of the new thing, he got framed guilty. I still haven't done that. So Lang hero, so this is what it is. Head of the Billion House, silent hero of Pettis. Where is it? So this is, I'm just waiting for, okay, so we actually get to see their kits, which is cool. So we'll go over that, which is why he left Pettis. What, like, they haven't named it. I'm trying to see what they named it. Yeah, the new country of Pettis. So it is a new region. Oh, I might just make a separate video. Should I? Really? Because this is problematic. Like, they do not... It's clear that they don't understand how their game works or how people view the game or something. There's something very wrong. There's something very wrong here. Do not understand how they continue to really, like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. I just don't understand why they keep making new nations. And St. West is just getting blessed right now. Vagabond just got to the same highest tier. Now that still leaves some of the older ones. I'm just gonna, this nation stuff is just not working, dude. Let's look at the kits. It's like I can't even be excited about it because it's just some weird. So now he has the thrust, gains mana. The same stuff is here. Breath of mana, front row allies. I think he's a front row character. Has 3 passives because he is the general, right? So build formation marks. Grants build formation mark on an ally with lower defense than self at the start. So he is a defense builder. He is a Frankie. He's a thrust tank with a defense thing, but he's putting it on the homies and not on the enemies. Increases health of the marked ally on an ally with lower health than self. But are you marking multiple people or just one? Increases the health of a marked ally by 50% of the target's defense for each build formation mark on all allies. 50% effectiveness for back row heroes. Okay, so pretty much it's like a alternate like Garth buff. So if you have lower health than him, your health is increased by 50% of your defense. So the lower, well, you need high defense, but you can't have higher defense than him, and then you will get a lot of health. But it's for each person that has the mark, it makes it more and more, like you get more and more health. So it's another tanky thing. So definitely a lot of management of the stats, which again is not that interesting at all to do. But yes, the more people that are under his mark, the more tanky the entirety of the team is, and it really benefits having a very tanky team. Life and death overtime effect increases health and defense of all allies by 10% and block of the front row allies by 5% of own defense. This guy is going to make the game very boring, but he's still not viable because it's going to take a long time for him to become viable, because he's going to need an FC, he's going to need the signature force to get up, but that's still pretty annoying. And then we see Undisturbed increases own block value by 30%. There are 3 or more allies in the front row at the start of the battle. This guy just is anti-fun. It's just huge anti-fun unit, which is usually sometimes a breath of fresh air in a lot of games. Like usually you get a very tanky unit and it's like he's breaking up that single target DPS, the AoE cleave, and he just comes in and you have to build something for him, but there's already something built in the game that stops him, which is signature force. Increasing the health is another way to counter signature force, but people, I don't know, I've been hit by some pretty high, even La Nombre, which is not, I think, tier 3, and they're hitting you for like 30k signature force, 40k signature force, which I know some characters have a lot of HP, but you know, that's still like, especially if it crits, you're still taking a boatload of damage. But you know, I think that they made him this strong so he can actually be used initially in the game, but I still think that this would be just a lot of boring. So we got some, now that's not even his skills. So his 2 skills, he has a 1, looks like 3 deaths AoE, which is nothing, just AoE hit 4 mana. Signature force, but he doesn't have signature force. I can't even, why I keep saying signature force. This one stuns 1 enemy except the target with the highest attack and is not affected by status effects for 5 turns if the skill hits an enemy affected by any status effects. So you hit a target that doesn't have the highest attack, so you can stun a support, and it will you can hit a support with this skill. It will stun 1 enemy that is not the target, so you don't want to target the highest attack unit, or if you do, it's just gonna hit the second highest attack unit and is not affected by status effects for 5 turns if the skill hits an enemy affected by any status effects. So I think that he gets a status effect immunity. That's how I'm reading. If it hits an enemy that already has some type of status effects, which could be provoke, silence, whatever. I'm assuming this has some type of synergy with some of the other goons that are in his squad. Innocent delinquent girl, which is Dana. Okay, whatever. So she's probably gonna have a, remember she's gonna, yeah, there we go. She's gonna have some type of synergy with this. Mana absorb 3, so she has a burn. Is that afflicts burn? Is she fire then? Yes, she's fire. Not that that really matters. Well, the leader thing matters because they just did they're overlapping stuff, right? So the overlap right now is Vagabond is light, overlap of Garth, and then CARRIE is dark, overlap of Frankie. So this new thing, I'm assuming, is going to be an overlap of, you know, fire, earth, or something like that. He seems also like a dark unit though. The other guy, he seems like he's dark, but they could switch it up, you know. So she does an AoE burn, and then she has another skill here, single target DPS. If the caster has build formation mark, deals additional piercing damage. Pretty boring there. She doesn't really seem to be that crazy, but you know, guess you'll have to wait. This is the character I'm most interested in. Like I said, I'm very interested in non-humanoid characters. So what does the non-humanoid do? It is a mage. Hunting instinct. If the caster has build formation mark, afflicts hunting instinct mark on the target when own attack hits, which is nice. Doesn't have any thrust or counters, which would have made it a little bit easier to mark the units. But we also have purr. Afflicts sleep to enemies with 3 or more hunting instant marks for 7 turns. At the start of the turn, removes all hunting instinct marks from the target. If she hits you 3 times or does damage, it says attack hit. So I'm assuming, real quick, yeah, there's no damage over time that this character does. So in the nature of the game, that's a very weak mark, right? Or a special or whatever like that, because you get hit with a sleep when you hit the enemy 3 times, 3 or more mark hunting instincts, right, for 7 turns at the start of the turn. So once she hits you 3 times is good. Obviously there's ways to give this character multiple turns, but with mana utilization, I'm assuming this character is also slow. So that at the most, I could see you doing this. And also, if this is mana utilization character, that means that it's very likely with unlocked potential that you're gonna have the character reset, the attack reset. So if they do, what is this, 3, and this is a 5 mana burst. So, and there's a double AoE, very similar to, you know, Bathory, Scarlet. So you could probably, your go-to will very likely be to use the Cosmic Cat twice, you know, then 2, boom, and then you have to do it again. That's why it says 3 or more, and then you'll be putting everyone to sleep. And with the whole tanky on tanky, there's a maybe, I guess. It's a cool own strategy with the general. So I think that's decently cool. But the problem with sleep is that it's not a stun. When you get hit while you're sleeping, it disrupts it. So even if she was to put you to sleep, then no one else can hit that target. I guess you could choose, but you only have 7 turns, but you can then start picking off certain people. I guess that is okay. So, you know, it is what it is. The quantum rate here, this is, I guess, the boss, but I still don't, you know, you're still gonna play it the same way. I do like the Elysium support thing, but that's gonna pretty much be it. All the updates, sorry, it's been, I've been talking for a while. It's 20 something minutes of talking, but what do you guys think about the update? We now know for a fact that it's a new nation. The other updates, the other quality of life stuff is decent, but still, the new chapter is coming in, and I saw also, I kind of skimmed over it, that they're gonna reduce everything up to chapter 16. So I'll probably have even an easier time. It's like the longer you wait, unless they give you, what was that? I think that's it twice that they made it that if you chapter in a reasonable amount of time, you got a really good reward for doing so. They haven't done that. Yeah, and but you know, before, let me shut my mouth, right? Let me go to that thing. But usually there's a reward for beating this, but there's usually not a reward for doing it quick like they did. I think that that's actually a good thing. Look at this. Chapter 1 to 16, lower. Stop being attacked. Everything's easier to do. Chapter 16, everything's easier to do. But there's no immediate thing that makes you want to beat it quickly. So I just don't personally see what is the absolute point of rushing it. And then again, here we go. Just reiterating these units, these characters. But you know, yeah, burn of it, stun, change 15 turns, change to 4 turns. Like, these things are crazy, made it ridiculously easy. Special missions downgrade, yeah, like, I don't know. I just think that if they're gonna reduce it that much and not provide a reason to beat it immediately, then there's really no purpose of doing it and really stressing through it. Like, I can even look here, like, these are the missions: EXP, user EXP for the units, which you can't like switch in shitty units at this point, especially when it's at the higher tier, right? These missions are whatever, and then you go through, where is it here? You just have this. The Path of Trials, I don't think I've been updated in a while. You have this, which is the content guide. These rewards are not that great. Story guide, says, and some other stuff. And then here, growth guide is this. You get this little thing, which, you know, it's very easy to do. I just haven't done it because I don't care. I guess that would be nice, right? 2000 ZEUZ, maybe I'll do that. But you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, there's really no reason to necessarily rush to do these things. The only time they did it, I think you got a free Azion, or if you like, imagine if they gave you a free general. Especially, it would be smart if they gave you a free general, like the new generals. If they're gonna keep doing nations, they should give you a free copy of the general. Then you get the banner that comes out, right? And you can get a free copy of the general. you know, then you would at least have a leg up on the thing. But because it's gonna be tough, because we know that the black and white is coming out, right? Black and white, the next tier is coming out, and it's gonna take you 1900 to get the next gold. But the new general banner, when they do that, it's 1900 to get the first, to get the general. But we know that they're useless. You know, he seems really cool. Of course, as a content creator, I'll do it. And then if I get screwed and I can't get the next gold, it is what it is. But still pretty cool. Anyway, guys, YFOs in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel. Like, comment, subscribe, and just remember that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.